get the international greeting out the way so we can get into the video. Hola, aloha, ciao, salut, ni hao, namaste, ohayo, yagamasma, zdravствуйте, привет, bună, dzień dobry, sziasztok, hello, xin chào, yabosyotere, salam alaikum, sasiaka, marhaban, merhaba. Phew. Welcome. For those of you who don't know, my name is Brunellesp. Thank you for joining me. So Jeffree Star has got new products out. As if you haven't heard, I'm gonna leave the Jeffree Star drama and everything else out the way. We are just doing the review on the products themselves. Nothing to do with any dramas whatsoever. So that's out the way. So it has got setting powders as well as concealers. If you want to skip to the demo itself, regarde en bas maintenant. You're welcome. But if you are interested in hearing a bit more about it, it has got 30 shades in the concealer. When I actually went to buy it, then there were quite a few dark shades left, which is very usually unusual because it's usually the dark shades which kind of like sell out, but not saying anything about that. And then yeah, so 30 shades with different undertones, and then it's got setting powders which come in 8 shades. I've got 2 other setting powders, the banana shade and also caramel shade, and I'm going to try and use the banana to highlight underneath the eyes, and the caramel to also then use to try and sharpen do like a reverse contour. So yeah, so we are going to start off with the concealer. This is what it comes in. Hopefully you can see the details. It's got the stars, very bougie. It's got the pink dome kind of effect on it. It's very much Jeffree Star. I'm not surprised at all. The cost is £21. Now, value-wise, to be honest, it's just over 3 point something. Well, I've lost the packaging. If memory serves me out, 3 point something mil, which is not a lot at all where concealers are concerned. In fact, it's quite low. So value for money. You are going to pay a bit of a buck for the packaging itself, honestly. But that's not necessarily unusual. Just be aware that if you're looking for value and the amount of the product, this ain't it. Not a 3 point something, grams. So, it's not grams mil. So we are going to try the first shade, and the shade I've got is C22. That's C22, which is the closest I could come to. I wanted to use to highlight, and you just twist, and it's got the it's got the applicator. Actually, this is not bad. It's not as light as I thought it would be, which is quite good. And it claims to be demi matte, so we are going to try it out. No creasing, demi matte. I'm not going to be able to test that for the full day. It's already gone 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but I'll see around the 6-hour mark. If I don't come back on camera, I will let you guys know when I'm editing what it was like. So we are going to apply it under the eyes first. Yeah, shade wise, it's not bad, not too light, which is good. Definitely is full coverage, definitely full coverage. Has no smell. Well, it might be a little bit of a smell, but it's nothing strong at all. Quite a lot comes off with the applicator actually, and I've got hair all over the damn place. And let's see how quickly it blends. Melts into the skin really, really easily. So far, so freaking good. I have no complaint whatsoever. It is so easy to blend. It feels really, really light on the skin, almost as if I haven't even put anything on it. It really melts into the skin as well, and I absolutely love the color. Obviously when you've got camera and you've got some lights on, everything is a bit more emphasized, but in normal daylight I just had to go and have a look at it. It is the perfect shade for me. I am so happy with the shade. It is not extreme at all. It's not over the top. It kind of gives it enough highlight without being too bright. Let's move on to the actual powders. Again, the powders, you're not getting a massive amount. Net weight is 10 grams in there. The packaging comes like this. It's very much Jeffree Star. You've got the star here. I pull the thing on the inside. That's why I'm not bending it too much. So yeah, so banana shade to highlight under the eyes. As you open it, you might get your fingerprints all over the place, but you know what, whatever. So you've got that, and you've got the actual sieve there, which is half across. I'm just going to empty some of that onto the lid itself. It is very, very finely milled, and I like the fact that it's not too yellow. Oh yeah, it is really, really finely milled. No smell. This is caramel, and I'm not sure about this one. This might be a little bit too light, but that's my own fault. I was trying to work out with the understanding information being given, which one I should go for. So that's that. So let's see how much comes out. I don't need any more than that. I'm only simply going to use it along my my contour. It's not too bad. It's a little bit lighter, 1 or 2 shades darker, and it would have literally melted. It is so soft, and it's so finely milled that be careful when you're putting it around your nose area. Breathe very slowly, because you might actually end up drawing in quite a little bit, which might irritate your nose a little bit. But that's because it is so fine, and literally it's like powdery soft. It is just ridiculously finely milled. I don't need to do anything else, so I'm just going to bake for a little while and then wipe it all off, and we shall see what my face looks like and whether the powder really changes anything or not. Alrighty, I've been baking for about just over 15 minutes, and so I'm just going to wipe that off, and it comes off really, really easily. Look at that. That's not bad at all. So what I'm going to do is go and finish off the rest of my face off camera, and then I will do a flash test and show you the picture and see if if it shows that. And yeah, so I will see you guys very, very soon with my face all done and give you my thoughts. Ta-da! This is my face all done. Okay, so flash test. Hopefully you'll be able to see. I took that picture with it. And there isn't really flash. You can't really see the powder as such, so which is good. I know it looks a bit light because of all the lighting, but it's a bit darker. But no flashlight, so that's actually no flashlight, no flashback. So that's actually a good thing. So let's start off with the concealer. I mean, I know I've not really sat here for 6 hours tested things out, but I'm just going to give you my thoughts now. First of all, the concealer, I like the packaging. It is very much Jeffree Star, but I didn't buy it because of the packaging, but you've got that. And I absolutely love the texture of it. I love the fact that it's so smooth. It literally blends into your skin. It is full coverage, I can tell, but it feels really, really light. Nothing too heavy underneath your eyes. And the most important thing for me, and I've actually discovered with this, it blends so easily. It is a dream to blend. No trouble whatsoever. It's one of those items where if you are in a rush and you need products where you know they're going to not take a lot of effort, this definitely does it for me. And I absolutely adore the color, and I think the color is actually perfect for me, because sometimes some of the colors can be a little bit too yellow and therefore too bright. And this one is not, so it's a perfect shade and also blends very, very easily. I would definitely recommend it. The only downside is the fact that because obviously of the bougie packaging, you are paying quite a lot of the money towards that, and you are getting less of a product. So you might want to think about that if you're thinking more quantity and you've got maybe other products whereby you've got the quality there and you've got the quantity there and you've got a price tag that's a lot cheaper, then I would say that's fine, stick with that. But if you are a fan of Jeffree Stars, not I am, and I'm not saying anything about that at all, or if you want to support him, or if you just want to try something different and you don't mind the price tag, which is a bit high, £21, for the quantity, then this is definitely well worth trying. I know there's a bit of an issue with regards to shades as well and so on, but honestly, I can't think of anyone who's going to create something nowadays that's not going to have some kind of hoorah about the shades. But obviously there's always room for improvement, especially with undertones, but it's actually got different undertones here, and I absolutely love this, and I would definitely recommend this one. It is lovely. Now with regards to the powders as well, the powders performance wise, now with my face now, I can see a little bit of sheen. It is actually really hot today, 23 degrees, which is quite hot because where we are, it's not just the heat, it's the humidity as well. It's very different. You have to live in this country, in the UK, to understand what I mean. It's like being in an oven. It's really, you get roasted and cooked and all sorts. So I can see a little bit of sheen, but I am an extremely oily person, so I'm always going to get sheen on my face. However, I think for baking with this one, if you're intending to bake, then you're going to need to actually bake a lot longer, in my opinion, than the standard. I was baking for 15 minutes. And for me, that isn't enough at all to feel as if secure, where I'm going to be going out all day long and be out there and not need to really blot all the time. So you will have to actually leave them to actually kind of bake for a longer period. They're not like their beauty bakery flour power, I think it is, or Laura Mercier's powders. Those really, when you bake, you can really tell they really dry out and suck up all the oils, and they really leave you matte as hell. So if you're not into that super mattifying look and you want something that's a lot softer and you've got normal to combination skin, these powders will work really well. They're super finely milled. In fact, so finely milled, you have to be very careful how you're breathing, because you could easily just kind of like bring it. The particles literally go around in the air. So it is that light. So be very gentle with it when you're pressing it into your skin. Too much fluff and you're really actually breathing it in, and it can irritate your nose. But that's a personal thing. What else? I love the actual shade of the banana. I think, again, that's a perfect shade for me, and it seemed to actually match the the concealer as well, the two. It's not too yellow. Sometimes, again, the banana shades can be a bit too yellow for me, and this one actually melts into the skin. The powders literally melt into the skin, they disappear into the skin. These powders are also perfect for if you're doing one of those oily skin hacks where you're doing powder before foundation. These are actually brilliant because they really get soaked in and melt into the skin so easily that it wouldn't be an issue when you do apply that. Now what I will do is that I've got the caramel shade. I will need a darker shade than that. And I am going to get one so that I can use it as a powder before foundation thing, where I can allow it to soak into the skin without causing any issues, because it is so fine. So the only issues, as I said, would be the cost. The cost is quite high for the amounts that that you get in there, and you are paying for the packaging and the name tag. So if you don't want to do that, then obviously use the alternatives if you're happy with them already. But if you want to try these ones out, performance wise, they actually perform really, really well in my opinion. So that's that. Those are my recommendations. If anything else changes at all during editing, I will include that in here. But for now, I think this is sufficient, actually enough for me to work out that actually I would reuse these products. Thank you for watching as usual. If you haven't subscribed already, then do consider subscribing. Do click a like if you did like it. Why? Because it helps YouTube promote my video and show it to more and more people, the more likes. If you didn't like it, well then, you didn't like it. Okay, thank you very much, and bye.